So AI has been a little bit of a hot topic coming into 2025. Although in 2023, when it was first really perceived by the public, it was just sort of a goofy haha laugh that people put on social media. You had the infamous Will Smith eating the spaghetti thing that happened for some reason. But now it's becoming a little bit dangerous. There's actual content farms that people pay money to just sit on their ass and do actually nothing. It's seriously just a lazy excuse of a job that people have on YouTube or Instagram. They just content farm whatever they can. They find a AI image, they make it with an AI generated text and an AI generated story, and just post it and post it and post it for quantity over quality. And right now, for the more recent trend being Facebook scams and people recreating infamous gore videos that were long buried on the internet, and they're just resurfacing, and they're just slapping a Minion filter on it. They're just putting a little Candyland font on it like it's cool or something. It really is despicable, and it shows you what happens once you give the public a Pandora's box. Which, if you don't know, the Pandora's box is a infamous Greek story in which a woman named Pandora unleashes all the evils onto the planet. And I think it perfectly explains why what happens when you give people what they want. When you give them true freedom, they get tyrannical, they get chaotic. Although it is kind of funny to say that, because in the end, it is just videos and pictures. But also, schools have to enforce sort of laws, and they have to enforce, no AI, no AI generated content. In my English class, for example, if you use AI, you get like 50% off, or the teacher will come talk to you. It's people do not want other people using AI for assignments. But isn't that what it was designed for? Well, in the mid-1950s, following Turing's publication of Computer Machinery and Intelligence, the paper proposed that if a robot could sound like a person, and it went pretty well. Sometimes it got it right, sometimes it got it wrong. But what it showed is that robots can mimic people. And AI from there kind of stopped because of the space race and because of the whole Cold War thing going on with nuclear weapons. But now it really is different from the 1950s. You don't have, a simple Turing test. You have people exploiting the use of AI. But in the 2010s, it wasn't really that bad. It wasn't really meta to use AI because it was still in a deep learning phase. It could have speech recognition and AI processing, which for natural language and visual recognition is pretty good for its time. But it was really cutting edge, I'd say, at the beginning of 2024, because NASA has been using it for its Curiosity and its Perseverance rovers. And we can go even further with that. We don't know what could happen in the next 5 years. There's already talk about having AI robots that will just come to your house and clean and work for you. But of course, for a very hefty price, probably somewhere around $200,000 or so. But that's something to see within the next couple of years. So AI did originally have a very humble beginning. It wasn't always this crazy. It wasn't always this insane. And this massive. It was kind of just stuff below the radar until the 2010s, and then it really blew up with the explosion of social media, because now everybody uses social media. It was really easy to track and follow what was going on with AI, and that's why I led it to that big explosion, especially on TikTok during 2023 and maybe even 2022. But most people really aren't concerned about what it's doing right now. It's more, what is it going to do in the future? How is this going to affect my job? How is it going to affect your job? What is it going to do in the future? And we are expected to lose about 800 million jobs globally by 2030, and possibly even a billion after that. And that's a lot of people. That is about almost 1/8 of the world's population, and their jobs are just gone. But it is really weird to see AI being implemented in the workplace. I know with ChatGPT, which I have used pretty frequently, it doesn't seem that bad. It seems harmless, but it's only growing. And an example of that would be the new DeepSeek that just came out by the Chinese government. It is way more powerful. It is way more engaging than ChatGPT could ever be. So much so that it dropped NVIDIA's stock about $800 million. So all those people that had the stocks in the green, they are now in the super negative red. So there goes that. And so AI can pretty much affect stocks as well. It's not like just, oh, it's a social media thing, oh, it's a government thing. No, it's an everything. It can affect the economy pretty much. And so that's why a lot of people, I think, me personally, are worried about it. And we can only really hope that some sort of law gets invoked within the next 5 years or so to stop the rampant sort of videos that are happening with AI, maybe restrict or tighten the way that we can interact with AI. Because I personally think that because this is so experimental, it should really only be handled by, a few amount of people. It should not just be given to the general public. And with AI now, they just commit these like strange acts of crime. You have people making just gore videos out of AI and some stuff you don't want to see when you're scrolling on Instagram. AI is like the Wild West. There's pretty much no law, there's no government action on it. It's just people can do whatever they want with it. And this is what happens. People get lazy, they strive for comfort, they don't really want to do anything. And so they just type in ChatGPT, or they type to an AI chatbot if they feel lonely. What I'm hoping is that AI will be legislated and restricted for the most part, but also that it excels us into a new era of the human species. I really hope that through AI we can become more intelligent, we can know more, we can do more. Especially with robots, now people have more time to do things they want. Now people can live their dream, or they can go on a rocket ship or something. They can do what they want now that we have, this new technology coming in. But it won't be a while till we see that. There's still a lot of kinks to work out. And as of right now, AI is just really becoming a self-destructive event for the human race. And all we can do is hope. But in the end, it didn't used to be this way, but now it's gotten so big that, hell, it might not even make its way back. We might be doomed, but I hope that we can be saved.